it's all over the place. Read it again. If you want, I can repeat and quote it. You send it again. Read it again and underline. Everything is happening now is foundationed on that statement. And they are doing everything possible to accomplish it. Every other thing we are saying is just another. Everything that can be said about what is happening has been said by everybody. Buhari himself, the Tinubu himself, Mwabese himself, Basanjo himself, Danjuma himself. Who is who in Nigeria have said it and know what is happening. But the fact is, what can you do about it? So let us analyze everything. This is a pure, carefully crafted plan, and they are using all the forces they can muster to force it on ourselves. Some are resisting it. To what extent, I don't know. Remember, according to the land use and allocation decree, I don't know which year that was, that all the land are the responsibility are under the state governments. They will determine how land will be used. How come federal government will come and go and put what do you call it? Not only allocate land to themselves, government signboard put and they start to occupy, defying the constitution, defying federal government law. As a matter of fact, a Christian, a pastor, a general overseer, call it whatever you like, even a son called your vice president is in charge of Ruga. And they will always use the South. Remember that they say that we will use them as a willing tool. How far can you go? So my brothers, and I don't honestly speaking, I don't know what else to say that has not been said. Ọkwa sị na onye agbara aka n'azụ a onye ji ya n'aka ọjị.
Exactly.
Exactly, that
is where I'm coming to.
The Fulani CGG and you have to wait until I have to have this seed before you take hand your land. If at all, I will allow you. We're just not waste of time, but let us continue.
Into histories.
I don't have that to say.
You went into history.
Everything that needs to be said has been said.
Exactly.
Now, the country himself, there are institutions, or there used to be institutions in Nigeria, upon with the trade unions. They used to be the all-powerful labor congress. Where are they? All-powerful students union. Where are they? All-powerful road transport workers union. Where are they? All-powerful, name them, as they only come out to strike for personal reasons, to increase pay, allowances, and so on and so forth. And that's it. That's it.
Honestly, thank you so much, Dr.
Associations. What are we doing? Like this. I mean, it is a little bit very, very annoying. Very, very annoying. Very, very annoying. That I don't even know what is. And let me not say anything that they said. Anything you say will be taken in those who quote laws will be taken to against you in evidence in court of law. Let me not not incriminate myself. Let me not be disrespectful to our listeners. I will stop so far.
Thank you so much, Dr. Demba. You really went into modern history, reminding us of the statement made by their forefather, Ahmadu Bello, that they are going to use the minorities as willing tools, making sure that they do not have their destinies in their own hands, while regarding the southern part of Nigeria as a conquered nation. Right now, they are hell-bent on implementing that particular statement, that particular wish. Buhari has become the agent of destruction. To God be the glory that God has singled him out to be an instrument to make sure that Nigeria is finally balkanized. Unfortunately, the so-called Yoruba man, Professor Osinbajo, has become a willing tool. We have had several times that in the past he had tendered his own resignation letter, but they prevailed on him to remain put to make sure he remains a willing tool, failure which they are going to kill him. Osinbajo is there only in body, never in spirit. We have substantial amount of evidence to prove what we are saying. Otherwise, tell me, since the last swearing in, how many times have you ever heard from him? The man has been caged. He has nothing to say. But then, why can't he vacate Aso Rock? This is the question. Present day Nigeria is no longer what it used to be. In the times before, labor union, like your Dr. Gemba would say, will rise up to the challenges. But right now, labor union has been compromised for reasons that the majority members of the labor union are from the north, the Fulani people. Where are our students? Where are the Nigerian students? Nobody talks anymore. In our days as students, we will not tolerate this madness. In our days as students, we would not tolerate it. I remember when Babangida introduced structural adjustment program. I was a student then. We took the nation to ransom and destroyed anything federal government. Today's Nigerian students have been compromised. They allow willing tools to all these our staggering politicians. It's quite unfortunate. Road transport workers, where are you? All of you came out when Jonathan was there, when that innocent man who committed no sin was crucified. Today, the nation needs you. Where are the members of Road Transport Union, more especially from the Western Axis? Academic Staff Union of Nigerian Universities, where are you? Where are the members? Nobody is talking. Everybody is dumb. Everybody is mute. Nobody is making any statement. Wole Soyinka is dumb. Obasanjo is dumb. Femi Falana is dumb. Obi Ezekweli is dumb. The Mbaka, the false prophet Mbaka is dumb. He was among the people that imposed this calamity on Nigeria. Before him, his own fellow reverend fathers had been murdered. What has Mbaka said? Nothing. Oh, Buhari is a prayer answered, and he spoke with impunity, as if God was talking to him only and only him alone. Which God? The very God I worship? Oh, the man has made mess of prophetism. And the consequence, many people have left the Catholic Church. To God be the glory. We heard some days ago that Enugu diocese, the entire Enugu diocese, the bishop, the priests, are undergoing 1 or 2 million march to register their protests against this infiltration of the herdsmen of the Miyetti Allah. I hope Mbaka will join them. If Mbaka fails to join them, we are going to take it to the cleaners. Mark my words. If Mbaka fails to join these reverend fathers and bishops in this particular protest, we are going to take him to the cleaners. We are going to use unprincipled terms. Remember, I was once a seminarian. Nothing is dangerous to me. I damn any consequence. I was once a seminarian. I know the intricacies of the Catholicism. Of course, I'm still a Catholic. But if Mbaka fails to join that particular march, we are going to take him to the cleaners. Mark my words. Now, when all these unions are there, what is happening? Nobody. But let us leave the Nigerian unions apart. We are talking about Biafra. They have given us quick notice from the north back to Biafra land, and Nyangodu has said, let them go. We are going to defend ourselves. How do we defend ourselves? This is the question for Ndewood. Udo from Scandinavia, Denmark. What do you say? Before just hold on, please. Hold on, please, because this is running. Before you come, let me welcome our people who joined us in the last 10 minutes. Ikechukwu Ejiofor, we welcome you, of course. Okay. John Gift, welcome. Kasinia Ugu, welcome. Nnamdi Okonkwo, I equally welcome you. I am reading all your writing. Chukwu Ebuka Chidokwe, Mayor Chisom Ezenwa Chika, we welcome all of you. Emmanuel, Ikechukwu Peter, Mayor Chisom Ben Toby, Chukwu Benedict, Sonny Boro Emmanuel, of course, you are there on the screen. Mary N. Ogoma Nkiroka, joining from Omahia. Patrick Amdola, joining. Dan Ladi Obe, Austin, let me say who? Let me see, Patrick Amdola, okay, Dan Ladi Obe, North Austria. You are joining, okay, Macrit, Nnamdi Onyejuwa. Ihe na-akara m Chigozie Osita, ihe na-akara m, welcome. Steve Austin, welcome. Chukwuma Okereke, welcome. Ezechi Cosmos, equally welcome. Udogu, when over to you. Say your mind, feel free, air your views. Take the time you like.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, fellow Biafrans. My name is Udogu. Only cool Biafrans in Scandinavia and Europe. I'm not afraid of anyone. So what I want to tell Biafra tonight concerning what he can bring out tonight is a very, very, very emergency talk, because we, the Biafrans, have to do something urgent, because this Hausa Fulani, Boko Haram, they are so dangerous. And if you remember what happened in 2017, when the Nnamdi Kanu tried to provoke them, and after trying to provoke them, and they give all the Biafrans to go out from north, which so did, and if not, they will start to destroy a lot of things, a lot of Biafra things. So after that, it is not Owazwike that went there to negotiate with them. That is what why they didn't take the action. But this time around, you know that Iwe Zukogo, they have threat us again. And you remember that that particular time, instead for them to act for all the Igbos living in the north, what they did is they said, okay, we will go after Nnamdi Kanu, because Fulani herdsmen never forget and they never forgive. They went there, they think that they have ammunition to defend, to react or to defend himself. But unfortunately, he cannot defend himself. So that's why they killed 28 people. The same thing they won again, the same man that won before, the same Mete Allah, Fulani men. They have won again, they give federal government 30 days. Today is 5, so it meant 20 something days. Time is going. Something must surely happen. Therefore, what I'm trying to tell the Mete Allah and Fulani men, the Nnamdi Kanu group and this our group is not the same, because the whole southeast and the south they have joined hands together, say that they cannot do anything, because we are united now. Anything they like to do, we will fight back. We cannot leave them to kill our people in the north. So what I will tell our people in the north, be vigilant. I will advise them, I want to ask them to come back home. But what I suggest for them is prepare yourself over there, don't go home. Fight when the time comes, fight, and the fight will start from there, and we, the Biafra people, will be fighting coming over there. Because when we come back in 1967, 1970, we try to come back home and they start killing us. If you know that you are not capable to defend yourself there, then try to enter public transport and come back home and bring your family home. But if you know that you are capable to fight, all the youth of Biafrans remain there to protect your things. Because whether you come back, whether you don't come back, the war will start and the fight will start. And we know they are not going to win us. What happened in 1967 and what happened this particular time is not the same. Britain, Russia, Egypt, all the countries help them. But this time around, we are everywhere. They cannot do anything. So I'm giving our people hope they cannot do anything. We that live in diaspora, we will make sure that we organize a very big protest in Denmark here and in Sweden, all the Scandinavia, we would have a very big protest. And coming to Europe, we marry population of the women we have citizen here is more. And those our women, Danish women or Scandinavian women will join us for the children that we have will join us. They will not allow the Scandinavian people to come and fight to Biafrans. And the same in Germany, the same in Australia, the same in Japan, the same in everywhere, because we're everywhere. We will have to, when this fight, everybody will have to come out.
Yeah, please, Udog, hold on, please. Udog, hold on. Please, Udog, hold on. I know there is a caller from Cameroon. He is direct on mobile line, and I try to indulgence Udog. I will come back to you. Let us give him chance to say something, then you continue from where you stopped. Now, our brother from Cameroon, tell Biafrans your name, and of course, they have known where I'm calling from. Ihe anyị na-ekwu okwu ugbu a wụ na ndị Awụsa, ndị Fulani si, for the very fact that southern Nigeria or Biafrans refuse to give Fulani people their land to establish their cattle colony, that every southerner, every Biafran in the north should go home. Nniangodo, the Ohanese chieftain, has equally responded. In that case, every northerner in Biafra land should equally go home. The question is, which word should we use to defend ourselves? How do we go about it? We are looking for suggestions. My brother, over to you. Udog, hold on, please.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Yeah, I'm from Cameroon. I'm from Yaoundé, Cameroon. I'm Raymond Okoye.
Yeah, go on, please. Yes.
Yeah. Ịma na ihe a ebido ego bidoro ego Chukwu gwara maka na ihe dị ụta ga-eme, mana nwere na chief akwadobe everything, o nwere ihe ahụ na a ga-emenwu n'ala Igbo. So ka ụjọ ghara ịdị na-atụ mmadụ na agaghị eme ọkpọkọrọ bụ anya na ya sụsụ edigwe na ya sụsụ edigwe for now. So na ihe a empty plate ka ndị Fulani si na trade na nwere ya ga-eme maka South niile jụrụ maka ya a na-eme nwere onye kwesịrị na that colony. So ka anyị legote anya ka ma na onwere ya ga-eme nwere ya ga-eme respond maka na ihe mere iwu anyị na ọ bụ sọsọ ha na ha agaghị emeri anyị n'anya nọ maka na ndị South na ndị nke ọzọ niile ma ndị Benue steeti nye anyị iwu tiziri ya si na ịchọrọ ya wee fight anyị ma ha ka anyị wee meri anyị onwere ya ga-eme nwa nkịta. So ya na-agwa ndị Igbo bụ ha onye ọbụla dị ikikere ihe ọbụla ha makwara ya ga-akwado maka ya maka a ga-ama ama ka ha jisi ike wee kwado maka ya so that ọ bụrụ na o nwere ya mere anyị nwee ike difendi onwe anyị anyị ndị anyị nọkwa na-emepe ha onye ọbụla kwadowe ka ọ nata maka ọ bụrụ ọta na-gasị ha nata. So onye ọbụla kwadowe maka tie ihe ga-eme ha na mberede na-asụsụ ife ebe ahụ.
Thank you very much, our brother Raymond Okoye, calling from Yaoundé, Cameroon. And let us also pray that the war in Cameroon is not affecting Biafrans there. Please, we pray. Be on safeguard.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Now back to Udog Nwinya. Go on with what we are saying. Udog Nwinya, Denmark.
Thank you so much. I come once again. And I respect our brother who just called now from Cameroon because it's not easy to call direct line. So that respect we show him. May God protect you there in Cameroon for the war that is going there in the name of Chukwu Kabiama.
Amen.
So now, what I want to say to go back, what I'm trying to explain for our people that we in Europe here before before why they were not in the war in 1967 because we are not many that time in Europe. Now, if this metal try to do any other thing, we here in Scandinavia will come for protest, and the none of Scandinavia country will take their jets to go and help them. The same thing in Germany, the same thing in Australia, the same thing in England. None of them because their citizen will not even allow because they have been seen that we are protesting all the time. All the time. Hmm? So, Ethan, are you hearing me?
Yes, we're hearing you. Clear. Go on.
Okay. So, and again, in America, they also will not join them to destroy us. So we will use our hand to fight. You cannot tell me. You cannot tell me that Hausa man will fight with Biafran and win us. It's not possible. Give me two Hausa man. If I come home, give me three Hausa man. Let us fight together. Let's see if I cannot collect that particular knife who they have it from them. We are more than them, and we are going to win them for the war. So what I'm trying to do, this is our brother in Cameroon. You said that they cannot do anything. These people, they say something they do. They're not like some group. I don't want to mention their name. Who they will say they will destroy things after that they don't do that. So they talk and they do. So we have to prepare for them. And Iken, you ask us how are we going to?
Hello, Mr. Dog,
Yeah.
please. Mr. Dog, please. I just is talking. I want to direct you a little bit. Point of correction. The guy that speaks from Cameroon, he's making a sense. You know, we are all Igbos and Nigerians, and we have been living in this country. And I've been saying this. Listen to me. These Hausa people, they don't brag. They don't make mouth. They don't say what they will do or what they will not do. But once they start saying something, it's like bragging and empty noise. I want to ask you something, Mr. Dog. Have you heard when Boko Haram said they will bomb anywhere? Have you heard it?
Boko Haram.
Have you heard them say they will bomb somewhere?
Yeah, they can say something, but they must maybe. Yeah,
Have you heard them?
yeah, I hear them. I hear them. Yeah.
Boko Haram never mentioned where they will bomb. Because if they say they will bomb somewhere, those people there will protect themselves. What you hear from Boko Haram is that they bomb somewhere in Abuja. They bomb somewhere there. They destroy something there. They don't say what they will do. Let me tell our people something. This issue of trade and noise is not, it's from the so-called deadly Islam, who even cannot do anything. I'm not trying to underrate them, but in the Igbo say that I know Muslim, terrorist Muslim somehow. I understand them. For example, if Osama bin Laden said that he will destroy White House, America will protect White House with everything to make sure nothing happened to White House. But they do what they have in mind. They don't say anything. So in this issue of threat, they think now that Igbos are very strong. Igbos are taking cover of things. That's why they are issuing threats, which they will not do anything. For example, if you remember when they asked us to return our gun, the federal government, led by Muhammad Buhari, to ask us to return everything, they are afraid. They are panicking. They are having worry inside them. Even when we have not done anything, they believe that every Igbo man have a gun now. They believe that Igbos are prepared for war. That's why they make that statement that we should return all our guns in order to to make sure they get out very cheap. But the truth remains that this is noise and this is noise. They strike. They are afraid of striking. What they are doing now is clean us in little group. They cannot strike openly the way they did in 1967 that bring the war. They cannot strike so again. Like as you said, you make a very good point to them that we are everywhere in the world today.
Exactly, we shall come to that. That was a very good point.
That's a very wonderful point. And we will marry.
Yes.
For example, now, if anything is happening to our people here, our people down there in Igbo land, or any of our members in Japan here. Japan government will not just close their mouth and close their ear and be sleeping, because we are part of them here and they are part of us. Look, when I tell people who don't understand what we are doing, who thought we just go to abroad and get married and for paper's sake and this and that, for some of them who don't understand it, I explained to them but they don't understand it. I told them that when I look at my children, the first thing I say, Japan brain plus Biafra brain. Japan brain versus Biafra brain. When you bring these two brains together, these two brains can pull down Britain. These two brains can destroy America. These two brains can pull down Russia. These two brains can flush down South Korea. If these two brains come together in technology, no part of the world will stand before them. If these two brains, Igbo brain, Japan brain, and the Biafra brain come together in building a car, in doing anything, nobody will challenge them. They know this, they understand this. So what I'm trying just to correct you that this they will do this, they will do that. They want to threaten us to give them our land. That's what they want. They think, but it will not work.
Yeah.
And let me not forget, because I want to say this thing before I forget again. The system that are coming, they may come with now, and our people have to be aware. Our people have to wake up, because they will use another system of give federal government your land. They want to build airport or seaport, or they want to build a theater, or they want to build this. Once you give them that land, they will build that Luga on it. So our people should be careful, because they will come with another dimension, another way to tell you they want to give you this or give you airport or this and that. Once you give them that land, they are going to use it for what they want.
Now, you see one thing, we know they like threats a lot. They like threatening our people. For example, this Roga issue, they came up with it, and the entire South said over their dead bodies, and they suspended it. They have not cancelled it. Now they're coming using a different name. But one thing is certain, we should not take anything for granted. We should not take it.
We should
Because
not.
when you see the man, we should not take anything for granted. So that was why very, very important, which you also re-emphasize. Now, unless you wouldn't like to say that you can come back home, because if we all troop back to Biafra land, they have advantage over us. When they are bombarding, they level us. But when our people are there, strong, solid, fighting back, those of them who will be coming to Biafra land, they will not meet their families back. They will not meet their families at the end of the battle. That is the meaning. If they leave their families behind, coming to fight Biafra land, the Biafrans over there will level them. They will not meet their families. So when they are running back home, Biafrans they will wait for them, while from there we are pushing them. But then we must be
Yeah, because I
cautious.
know I used to say this. When your enemy come to your house to fight, if you are wise and smart enough, push him
Yes.
outside the compound, and then you fight with him. But because once you fight with him in your compound,
You should throw
no
what you
matter
have.
how strong you must
No.
lost, you must pay
Thank
for
you
it.
so much. H's
They
now.
will they will destroy your car.
H's now.
They will destroy your
Let me
children.
be honest with you. For the past weeks, we have been holding series of meetings, and what everybody has agreed is that Biafra this time around must not be the battleground. The battleground must be in the far north.
No, we can't defend. We can't
We
be
agree with
defending.
you.
We have to pursue. That's what I'm telling people.
Yes.
When somebody comes to your house to fight, you may wound him,
Yes.
you may give him punch, you may tear his eye. But at the end of the day, he will go to hospital and spend 20 or 30
Exactly.
naira and be okay.
Okay,
But you'll be
so
spending 1 million or more than to replace what he destroyed in your house. That's
yes,
why we
and
push them to
there is
this
something
war
again
this time
Udogu.
around.
There's something again Udogu pointed out, which was very, very absolute. During the 1967-70, it was the Igbo people alone. The Ijaw people were not with us. The Yoruba people were against us, predominantly the Middle Belt. Our people were not so much in different parts of the world, but today we are everywhere. So right now, Biafrans will not be fighting alone if ever we shall trust our neighbors. So now, like Udogi used the term Igbo Ezukogo, Igbo Ezukogo.
Yes, yes,
That
we
is
are
true.
together.
Igbo Ezukogo. We agree. They may think that Igbos are divided. Dr. Ezika will say, when you hear Izomu, you will know that Igbos are united. So this time around, every Igbo person is fed up with Nigeria. Let us be honest with ourselves. Every
That's
Igbo
true.
person is fed up with Nigeria. In the event of any catastrophe, Nigeria will
Not
get it.
only not only about people, every Nigerian is fed up with
Yes.
Nigeria.
So they should not take anything for granted. In short, they are making noise. If they
Yeah,
want to
that's
try
what I
it, let
said.
them try it.
That's what I said. They don't
Yes.
say what they will do. Then
Yes.
please let me point out some
Okay.
things
So if
before.
just a second, please, just a second. So if they want to try it, let them try it. And there was something again Udoka pointed out that when this thing starts, the Biafrans, the Igbos in every part of the world shall commence serious demonstration on the streets of Europe and America to make them, hold on, please. Please check your background. There's much noise coming from there. So, whenever it
Okay,
starts, we are going to make even Europe and America ungovernable. We are going to register our protests to make sure that we bring their various government to our own side. We are going to do it. So, it's quite advantageous that Igbos, Biafrans are every part of the world. Let us remain there. When the time comes, the Nigerian Fulani people would not know where to look for us. Come to Biafra land, we are over there in the north waiting for you. Go back to north, we are in Biafra land waiting for you. Wherever you may look for us, we are there. We are there before you. Enough is enough. To hell with all this madness of the Fulani people. To hell with them. Enough is enough. You cannot continue to intimidate us. We feed you. You have nothing. Scorched earth is where you inhabit. We give you everything we have. We tolerate you. Come on, what is wrong with all these people? Madness shall be
no,
their entire shall be the gift of their own
you
entire
know,
generation. Yes.
it is because of the evil agenda they have that they are talking about this root of a thing. You know, let me not talk only about Sambisa Forest, which will take
Okay,
more.
Echeza, please hold on. Don't be offended. Echeza, hold on. Let us give Udog 2 more minutes to round up.
Sorry,
Then take
sorry.
over.
I know I cut him off. Sorry.
Yeah.
You don't
So
I'm sorry.
Udog, round up now 2 minutes, and then Echeza will take over.
Thank you so much. I come again, and I'm so happy for the analysis. I think it's a good one from you in Japan. So now, what again I want to say contribute for this is about our seaport and like Warri or Nicha and all these things. So I want the leaders maybe any of us who live in Biafra land to investigate this matter, check if it's true that the Onitsha seaport is working. And I Google it and I find out that the ship that came there one time. So I want you people to confirm if it's truth, so so we can know the next step. So please, if you are in Biafra land, try to confirm that. If you know you are, you can contact somebody, any politician or anybody you know on your chassis port. So you just let us know. So please, and what I want to say again is concerning this Luga. You know what happened to Enugu State last 2 days ago? Fulani herdsmen was drive out from Nala Onateze. After they drive them out because they led up to 2 women from there and they destroyed their farm, they drive them there, and then now they went to where they call Mbrubu. This Mbrubu is one small village one small village. They are not much. They are not so big. So because they know that place is so small, and they go there and take over their land in that Mbrubu in the Kano East there, and they build houses there. This happened some days ago. They built houses there and start living there. So now all the villages they're crying for help. Since then, I could not know because today I received the call that the thunder strike and destroy all their farms, all the cows that eating their cows, their crops there. So the thunder strike and killed all the cows. And these police people, this Hausa Fulani people, learn to police to try to report this for them that the Mbrungu people they are killing their cows. So when the police came there, so they found out that nothing there. There's no knife. There's nothing. So what I try to say is we have to again try to go back to our tradition because God is still working in Biafra land.
That is
God
true.
is still working in Biafra land.
That is true.
So
Udogo.
that is the last word I want to say. So 100%
Thank you so
can
much.
contribute.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Udogo. I quite agree with you that our gods, our goddesses, and the supreme being, the Almighty Jehovah, are still with us. What you said now, I have read it, but I have not confirmed. In my own very community, during the 67-70 civil Holocaust, it happened. The Hausa people carried 2 lorry loads of soldiers, 2 lorry loads of soldiers, with the intent of storming my own community, Umaka, finally. While they were coming, of course, they were coming from the Olu axis of the Injaba River, Olu Okudo axis. As soon as they were descending the hill, the valley, the hill to that Injaba River, all the vehicles fell breath. The 2 lorries rolled and rolled and rolled. Before it got to that particular bridge, both vehicles crashed at the same time. No single soldier survived it. No single soldier survived. Number 2, on a particular Afro market day, when the entire population of Umaka community had gathered at Afomaka, Ekwe people were there, Amandiba people were there, Omundiba people were there, Amurie were there, Ifakala, Otora, Orodo. All the neighboring communities, Okudo, they were gathered. That particular day, the Russian warplane dropped 2 bombs in the market. 2 bombs. Gentlemen, hear this. Ask anybody from that my own community. The Russian just dropped 2 bombs with the intent of decimating our people, finally getting them annihilated. Why the bombs were dropping from the fighter jets, from the bomber? Frankly speaking, two birds came out from the shrine in that market. We have a shrine called the Ajaku. Ask anybody from that community. So 2 birds came out. Kamkumara Sibo. No na bomb eshi na shrine ahụ fepụta. Ofu ka eburu were nke ya buru the 1 bomb. Ka ọzọ ewere nke ya buru the 2nd bomb. This is no fiction. It's not. How they joke or they ifo. This thing happened. Para the 2 bombs. Often they put 1. Cause they put top of the 2 bombs. Bomb bad happen. Some meters away. When the 2 bombs dropped, a woman and her son, who were going home from the market, got buried in the process. As Proverbs would have it, there was one other man coming from behind who saw when the 2 bombs dropped and the woman and the child were buried. The man reported. Several hours after the bomb dropped, my own people dug deep into the hole made by this bomb. Lo and behold, the woman and his son were still alive. When Ajaku, the traditional oracle, was consulted, he said yes. Now why share that they must get home. No, you last in a beer nala, or the library to ye, dry the beers right no gallery bushy. After several hours, when this woman and her son were buried on the ground by the bombs, they were dug out alive. Nothing happened. Don't forget that the 2 birds from this particular shrine lifted the 2 bombs and took them away. Tell me what? Why can't we go back to the tradition? Why do we believe in Pentecostalism that continues to destroy the psyche of our people? We are holding ourselves hostage. No 2 ways about it. If we go back to the tradition, tell me, if we go back to the tradition, we would only send the thunder to go and strike dead the entire Fulani and the cattle. But the pastor will tell you to go and pray, do fasting, pay tithe. The Lord will visit. Rubbish. There are times we shall pray to God when it's time for us to give Him the glory. But when it is time to fight our enemies, let us use the instruments God has given to us. We shall go back to the tradition. It's a matter of time. Thank you very much, Udok Minya. Now to HS now Udeze. You wanted to say something. Move on now.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah. As I said before, the issue of this Ruga is because of the evil agenda they have to put some meaningless thing all over the nation. There are many bushes, many bushes in northern Nigeria, including Sambisa Forest and Co, where they can settle down their cows and then supply it to people who demand for it. That's how it is done. Not to putting it in every state. What is it for? They have to prepare somewhere in the north and put all their cows. If people of eastern region need cows, they supply to them with trailers. If people in eastern part of Nigeria need cows, they supply with their trailers. After all, Dangote doesn't have even one shop in Igbo land or Biafra land. His trailer comes from his depot and supply the goods.
Excuse me, now. Don't forget that we are discussing this quick notice, which Nya would reply.
Yeah,
how do we defend how do we fight back? How do we defend
I'm
ourselves?
coming to that.
Okay, go on, please.
I'm coming to that side. So
Okay.
now, because that's what they bring the problem. Now our people refuse to accept the ruler, and now the threat comes up that the threat of another quickness come up. You know, I want to make something very clear here. Ndị Igbo sị na nkịta na-abụ ya na-ata arụ. And I don't think that this is the right place for us to discuss on how to defend ourselves or what we have to do. Because it will also become noise making as well. I'm very, very, very sure, and honestly very sure, that this time around, our people are well prepared. Hearing from Nnewodo, he made a very clear statement. That man is a man I respect so much, despite the fools, let me call them fools, that we gather in our lands in the name of freedom fighting, who goes around insulting everybody who doesn't believe in their satanic strategy to bring war to Nigeria, to Igbo land. They are looking for a way to bring war to our land. That's what they are looking for. But this time around, we are taking war to our enemy. They can come to our land. The statement Nnewodo made is very clear. He made it publicly clear to everybody listening to him. He made it very clear. In Igbo land, when some things happen, maybe some strange things happen, you will see the elders, they make one statement. That statement is very deep. They say, happen can happen can allow me to be watching what is watching me. Allow me to be looking at what is looking at me. Igbo people are not noisemakers. Igbo people, when we say, there's one statement we say in Igbo language, Ekweme, talk and do. Ekweme. Igbo sị na mberede enyi dike mana mberede ka eji ama dike. Mberede enyi dike, mberede ka eji ama dike. It is not time for us to, come up on social media to say this is what we have to do or this is what we are preparing. Those that say it just say it with empty mouth, and now what is happening after all the threats, after all the brand, after all the weapons and the army training and defense fund and this and that, is nonsense. So we can't continue in that stupid way. All we need to do is to go inside and prepare ourselves. All we need to do is to go inside and do what? And prepare ourselves. And remember, you mentioned something about bomb dropping and all that, which I listened to. I said it before, and I think many of you have heard it, that when this war will start again, then people will know that we have God. People will know that our land is pure. People will know that our land is holy when this war will start again. I told people that time will come when you will shoot gun on Biafra man or Igbo man, the bullet will turn back to you. It is not bragging. We know who we are. And I urge.
Echesna, hold on, please. Echesna, I forgot to chip in something. You continue. Like what I told you about my community. Do you know, after the Civil War, Kamba Munezioku confirm, after the Civil War, Ndiro Ebruzie, one vehicle, lorry, bata na my community. Kahabru, that the symbol of this our traditional god. Ha ga-buru ihe bukpuo ihe n'ime vehicle. Enwere a man onye my community maka okwolokwu na this our radio on 2 occasions. The man is in charge of that particular god, as I'm telling you now. He is in charge of that particular traditional god. Now, ndị iro a ga-abụrụ vehicle bata gaza-eburu the symbols bukpo n'ime moto ka ha buruzie ihe ka a ga mụrụ ihe ụdị ike ihe nwere. To be honest with you, let Biafrans listen to me. It is true as I'm talking to you now live. Can ha start your motor start, but it couldn't move. Sincerely speaking, the vehicle could not move. It's in gear one. The vehicle never on. Ha butuo ye, motor move. Ha kusha last years. Burahia daughters or Bubahia started the vehicle. The vehicle was steaming the lorry, but could not move. At the end of the day, they knew that indeed our gods are not asleep. Go on,
Yeah. So, you remember in 1967, I don't know, most of us are still young. Are young.
That is true.
We don't hear the story of when the midday become night.
Yes.
When they say that it is not a story. It is not a story. It's not even a history. It is real and fact. When the blood of Igbo people dropped on the ground, the day become dark. Night, completely night, that you must use light the way you use in the night to walk. In the midday, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, everywhere becomes so dark. You know, ndị Igbo emerego Ghana a lot. But it is not matter of Christianity or matter of religion, but individually, I am Ghana. But God is coming back to restore our land completely. But I told people that this restoration we are talking about is from A to Z. We are going to restore everything. We are I plead with I urge with our people. I plead our people that this time around, let's drop every differences. Let's forget about who is Christian and who is religious and who is tradition. Let's come together. They say use what you have to get what you want. Let's come together first and focus in restoring our land. Because this divide and rule cannot help us. Sometimes there are something ndị Igbo si na ene agharụ bụ na ihe na-aga ọfụma. Ene agharụ ọ dịka na-ebi ọfụma. There's something you will look and you just ignore it just to get to where you're going. Because if you begin to look at every tree you see on the road, you can't get to where you're going. We know our problem, we have understand it. And Igbos are smart people, Igbos are wise people. I will reach it. Then when we restore our land, Igbos not about Kotana, where's a wood. Azotana, where's a wood. I have got to know Moza and Azotana. Good day, I will be it will be a small thing. Because now I know our people very well. Our people are very stubborn people. They are very, very stubborn. If you offend them, you have offended them. So I plead with our people. There are things we will see, we pretend as if we don't see it, but we know where we are going. Until when we get to where we are going, then we will take the normal action. We know how to take away every nonsense in our land. But for now, let Ijaw people come together. Let Igbo people come together. Let all the tribe, both Muslim, Christian, both Buddhist, both Judaism, both let us come together with one mind.
Okay, now okay, now, thank you so much.
Land.
Thank you so much, Echetina. Benita watching online. Before we proceed, let me welcome our regular visitors. Of course, with pleasure, let me welcome Steve Austin Code. Chukwumo Kelekeze, Eze Cosmos, I welcomed you before. Choose Chukwu Titus Obi, Kikil Achusim, welcome. Anozie Uzon, of course, I'm reading all their comments. Eke Samuel Iheke, Bernard Muzo, Morris Uche, Obinna Odibo, Baba Obinna. We welcome all of you. Of course, Kikil Achusim is saying, good to go, Biafra. That is good. Ugoke Paul is saying, God save Biafra land. Of course, God is saving Biafra land. That is a message from Ugoke Paul. Eze Ikechukwu, of course, is there. Charles Agbem, Ifeanyi, Abai, of course, everybody is welcome. Ozemena Evans, John Ono, Charles Udechukwu, Ijoma Anthony is saying, God bless us all. Chimampa, Opara Benjamin, Chukwunedum, Iyab Ibado, Olapeju is a Yoruba friend. He's here with us. Chinedu Udosi. You are all welcome. Fellow Biafras, you see. And of course, our good neighbors. Today, as we are talking about this Miyetti Allah, today, between Abo and Asaba, Biafra land, Fulani herdsmen used 2 trailer loads of cattle and blocked the express road, creating traffic hold-up for several hours. What is wrong with our people? What is wrong with the Fulani people? With 2 trailer loads of cattle block the express road between Asaba and Abo in Biafra land. That wasn't enough. Somewhere in Enugu, of course, Udo Ogunwunya has said that the entire farmland was eaten up by cattle. I wept. I had tears in my cheeks because instead of our people there killing the cattle, they were videoing and complaining on social media. In Ghana, a year plus 2 ago, the Ghanaian president gave order wherever any cattle was on the road, kill it and use it for barbecue. I asked my people, anyone you catch in your farmland is a bushmeat. We compel you, we ginger you into action. Kill a Ninama, eat it. Heavens will not fall. Let me be honest with you. These Fulani people are they are cowards. The Fulani people are cowards. Unless you deal with them, they will not run away. The moment we begin to teach them a lesson, you will not see any Fulani man or person or herdsman in Biafra land again. Let us move on. Why do we wait? This is how it happens day in, day out. You left Fulani area, far north. You imported their products in different parts of West Africa. You want to come and occupy our land, and the madness of the presidency is gendering all this support. We are prepared for any eventuality, and everybody should be prepared to admit the consequences. Enough is enough. And we say enough is enough. To God be the glory. Udog Nina has told us that the gods of our land fought for us by sending thunder to kill all their cattle. Somewhere, some time ago, I've exactly forgotten, the same thing happened. Where thunder struck and the entire cattle perished. We are going to invoke the traditional gods and goddesses. They are going to fight for us. Do not forget that we have fought a war before. And the spirit of Biafrans who died during the 6770 are still longing for revenge. They have never died, they are still alive. And in time to come, when this thing shall start, when the conflagration shall start, they are going to rise from the tombs and they are going to fight for us. Don't worry about it. Trust us, trust our God. We shall never relent. I also welcome Uchenna Okeke from Benue State. Uchenna, welcome to the program.
Yeah, ekene m unu ọhaneze na-ege ntị na mpaghara ụwa niile ebe ọ bụla gị si ege ntị. Ana m asị nke onye chiri ya zere ma nwoke ma nwaanyị dịka unu ndị ga-anyị ntị n'ụbọchị nke taa. Onye ọbụla ekwutechara ya okwu ahụ n'ọnụ n'ụbọchị nke taa na mgbasa ozi anyị n'ikwu okwu nke Voice of Biafra International nke si mba Germany wee na-erute oge ugbu a. Ụmụnne anyị ekwuchala okwu a ọfụma dịka anyị na-ekwu ihe banyere okwu ndị ụmụnne anyị gara n'ugbo Awụsa wee na-enye anyị iwu na na-enye ndị isi obodo iwu iwu nri na ha ga-emezu.
Gentlemen, please check your background. If somebody is disturbing from somewhere, please check your background and give us peace. Please check your background. Somebody's making noise there. Those of you on Messenger.
You are on the mood. I don't know, please. I don't know.
Yeah, please. Then you can log out after you join us again. Let us peace from Uche. Okay, Uche, now go on.
Dịka a na-ekwu ya ụbọchị nke taa, ana m ekene Chineke mahadụ m ihe mgbe kpatara anyị ji mara okpukpe ọfụma ka mata na ọ dị mma ka onye ọbụla nchi tiri ka o mekwara ya, n'ihi na a sị na ma mgbe o bidoro onye ugwu asị na ọnụrọ, ma anyị na-ekwu ugbu a ọ dị ka anyị na-ekwu egwu. Onye isi nzukọ nke bim-massob mbụ Chief Dr. Raf gwaziri ike ijikere ndị Igbo ezigbo gburugburu dị sekọnd ekwuola okwu a ahụ na-enwere gara aga were gwa ndị be anyị bụ ndị Biafra na mgbe na-abịa na ọ bụ ndị Hausa ga-eji aka ha wee tụọ aka ntisa nkewa obodo a. Okwuo ya ọ dịka ihe egwuregwu, ọ bụrụ amụma ogbuo ya taa, ọ naghị emezi n'iru anyị. Ọ bụ eziokwu, nke a bụ okwu onye ndu nke Chineke rọpụtara ka o wee na-agbazi ndị ọ na-edu iru, mana ọ bụ ihe mwute imirikiti n'ime anyị anaghị aghọta okwu ire mmụọ, mana taa ofu ogo imirikiti n'anya na-ewere ekwu ya. Anyị na-ajụ onwe ya ajụjụ n'igwe mgbasa okwu anyị taa, kedu dịka onye isi ndị ọha na eze kwuru o so saa ndị Hausa okwu ha kwuru na anyị ga-ebuso agha maọbụ ha na anyị ga-echedo onwe anyị. Anyị wee na-ajụ ajụjụ wee na-asị kedu ka anyị ga-esi were chedo onwe anyị. N'ezie dịka otu nwanne anyị nwoke nke si obodo Japan si gboo, na nkịta na-agba ụja anaghị ata. N'ezie na ụmụnne anyị niile na mpaghara ụwa niile, ndị nke nọ n'Eshia, ndị nke nọ na Amerịka, ndị nke nọ na Europe gbakọgo. Anyị ma na ihe na-aga n'iru, anyị ma na o nwere nkata na-aganụ, kama anyị amakwa ndị iro anyị otu anyị si akwadoro ya. N'ihi na ekpere m dịka mụ onwe m bụ Uchenna na-ekpe m ka ha biko ha mee ya ka ọ bụrụ abalị 15 nke ọnwa ka iwu ha nyere ga-abịa na njedebe, karịrị abalị 30, n'ihi na abalị 30 ahụ ọ dị anya nne. Ha abụrụ na ọ ya ekwukwe na omume ha mee ka ọ dị abalị 10 ka abalị na-ese apụgo, ọ fọzara abalị 5. Biko ọ dị anyị mkpa ka ha bido mere ihe ahịa ha na-ekwu, n'ihi na ọ bụrụ ekwu n'ọnụ na nkịtị. Ha ekwugo nke ha kwuru ahụ na-abụgara aga. Onye ndu bim-massob mgbe jere ndị Igbo wee jee ebe ahụ, ọ dịka gasị na ọ maghị ọ na-ayọ ha ayọ, wee jee ebe ha sị ha mba, ha wotu obi iwe ha dị n'ọkụ. Mana taa Chineke ekelere Chineke n'ihi na ọ gbachipụrụ ha nkịtị, n'ihi na n'igwe na ụwa nnukwu onu ya na ahụ na-abụgara aga oke soro ya ha. Taa ọmandịkwu ọzọ ihe ha ma ha chọrọ ime, ha mewe ozugbo ha sị na ha chọrọ ịbata n'ala Igbo, ha bịawa n'ụnụ. Anyị na-akwa na-atụ ha ụjọ, anyị naghị atụ ha ụjọ. Ọ bụghị ịbata n'ime obi echachacha abacha ụmụnne anyị biri isiokwu. Ọ nwere ebe mmiri a na-eru na-eje, anyị chọrọ ka ha rukpo mmiri a ka o bido ozugbo, n'ihi na anyị mabụ Igbo dịka papa nna anyị bụ Omegwu Ojukwu kwuru. Ọ sị na ya abụ egwu ada atụ ya atụ, Igbo bụ egwu ada atọ ya atụ na mpaghara ụwa niile. N'ihi na anyị mụtara anyị na-ezu ọha ebe ụwa niile mbutara agha arọ ole ma ole gara aga emeriwu ha anyị. Ọ bụzi kịta Igbo tụtụrụ bụrụ okorobịa ka ha ga-apụta nwụzi. Anyị na-ayọ ha biko, ndị Hausa biko, ndị Mieti ala, ndị herdsmen, unu biko, ana m alụ na ya bụrụ na ego anyị ntị ugbu a, unu biko unu bido ozugbo. Ọ dị anyị ọsịsọ, unu bido ozugbo, bido na agha ka anyị mara nke anyị na-eme na Naijiria, n'ihi na onye ha abụrụzi Naijiria, ọ bụghịzi Naijiria. Otu a ka ha n'ọnụ Igbo ndị ọma na-ege ntị, ya gazie.
Thank you so much, Uchenna Okeke, talking to Biafrans from Makode, Benue State. Fellow compatriots, do not forget, we are broadcasting to you live from the city of Munich, Germany. Voice of Biafra International and the Biafra Broadcasting Authority. Simultaneously, we are working on TV here and on radio. Our people are monitoring. Of course, I welcome John Jashin, Uchiwa, Okebram, Samson, Pat Peters, and most of them who have joined us. And of course, Valentine Ogod is joining from Port Harcourt, while Vincent Ekene is equally joining from Germany. Let me welcome Valentine Ogodi. Valentine, you're welcome to the program. And while we are waiting for Valentine's response, let me equally have the pleasure welcoming Vincent Ekene from Germany. Vincent, you are welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, Mr. Moderator. I greet you people, my fellow Biafrans.
Thank you so much. You're welcome. Now, gentlemen, we are here because the hour demands urgency and we must respond to it appropriately. Nyangodo has said, stated ambiguously, Biafrans defend themselves. How do we defend ourselves? With what? That's the question. Now, let us look at this. In Biafra today, in Biafra land, there are very many groups. There are very many groups agitating for the nation Biafra. The Zionists, led by Benjamin Omuka. The Belay Human Rights, led by Dr. Innocent Amadi. The IPOB, led by Mr. Nnamdi Kanu. The Breakaway Mazop, led by Uchenna Madu. The Breakaway IPOB, led by Uchenna Asiebu Onyonyo. Loaning, led by Clifford Iranya and Co. Lower Niger Congress, led by Tony Nadi, the Secretary General. The list is much. The bim-massob, led by Chief Raf Wasilike. Now, there are very many groups. When this war starts, who takes the lead? Who is going to command us? Must we be fighting this battle from different angles? How do we recognize the presence of our brothers in the battlefield? Is there no possibility of taking a central order from a central commander? If we fail to come together, if we fail to unify our various groups and commands, you will discover that without knowing that at the eastern flank of the battlefield, IPOB is there, Mazop will bombard them. Without knowing that at the western flank, you have the Zionist movement, IPOB will bombard them. Without knowing that at the central command, bim-massob is there, IPOB, Zionists will begin to bombard, and so on and so forth. How do we coordinate the affairs of this particular battle? Must we be fighting from different locations without knowing where we are stationed, without knowing the exact location or position of the enemy? That would be disastrous if we fight ourselves without knowing. This is why we have been asking our people, can't you come together and discuss to enable us to take instruction from a central command system? The Fulanis have a common command, the Yorubas equally. On 2 occasions, I have participated in Yoruba Security Council meeting. I have participated on 2 occasions from here in Germany. They mean business. They talk with commitment, and they are determined. You might discover that Yorubas might vacate Nigeria before Biafra. For simple reason that why the Yorubas take instruction from the central command, led by Mr. George Akinola, my good friend, the Biafrans are scattered, taking instruction from different so-called parenthetical leaders. How do we organize ourselves? And when we talk, somebody will say, oh, we have to depend on self-styled exiled leader. Come on, we are not here to tolerate any rubbish. The battleground is either in Nigeria or in Biafra land or somewhere in the Middle Belt. where we call the Biafra states. The battleground cannot be in Canada, it cannot be in America, not in Germany, not even in London, not even in Israel. The battleground is there in the entity called Nigeria, all encompassing. So if you're a leader, whatever you claim, if you are not in Biafra land to lead our people to war, never you try to step in when we are through to claim the glory, because we're going to put the gulag. Forget this noise making, forget this rigmarole, forget this junketing. This is a time that demands everybody's participation. Everybody must be there to carry out the task. If you're a leader, you must, with emphasis, you must be in Biafra land. We shall not accept the excuses of undiplomatic shuttle. Forget that one. We know how to do it when the time comes. If you're a leader, you must come back home. It's not enough for you to ferry your parents and siblings outside Biafra land, and you continue to junket from one city to another, demanding revenue. Enough of that. Every leader must be in Biafra land for us to give meaning to our struggle. The enemy cannot be there invading our land, and somebody is somewhere in foreign country enjoying tea party. Enough is enough. No, we must call a spade a spade. We must come back to our senses. Nobody shall ride our sensibility anymore. We are tired of all these excuses. If you're a leader, come back to Biafra land. How do we defend ourselves? Is a statement. Now, some people have been suggesting right in that now Nyewodo has stated unambiguously that Biafrans should defend themselves. How do we do it? We are expecting the Ohaneze chieftain to summon a meeting of the stakeholders at Imobi. Summon Imobi meeting. Talk to our people. Dr. Nyewodo, Ohaneze chieftain. Have you consulted the chief Dr. Rafo Wazirike for him to release members of the Biafra Liberation Force and Biafra Liberation Council? Have you spoken to Asari Dokobo for him to release the Niger Delta Volunteer Force? Have you spoken to IPOB to re-energize their BSS? Because much as their leadership is cowardly, they are on their own. Their members are on ground, more than 500, waiting for order, instruction, and arms to carry out their job. Their members are on ground. I know. I speak with some of them, many of them, day by day. They are very much on ground. They are prepared to do their job. But the problem is the cowardly leadership is on their own. Have you spoken to the men on ground, Dr. Nyawodo? Have you spoken to Igbo millionaires and billionaires to know their contributions in the event of any eventuality? Ohaneze chieftain, you need to summon a meeting right now and discuss with our people. The Yoruba Afenifere is doing that. Gathering their people, discussing, taking decisions, binding on everybody. Ohaneze chieftain, what have you done? Have you summoned the Wazirike? Have you summoned the Dokobo? Have you summoned the IPOB men on ground? Have you summoned the Benjamin Onwuka? Have you summoned any other person? Innocent Amadi, have you contacted the Biafra diaspora? Have you spoken with Dr. Jirika? Of course, have you spoken with Dr. Gemba? Have you spoken with Dr. Akujeze, Dr. Wigwe, and very many others, Dr. Okereke? Have you spoken with Professor Ifasem Alfro? Have you spoken with very many other Biafrans whose words are marble? Only when you call them to Imobi meeting, discuss with them, let us agree. Have you sent embassies to foreign countries, to America, to France, to Russia, to let me say Spain, Catalonia, to China, and most importantly to Israel? Have we sent embassies to those people to tell them, come, let us sign MOU for you? We have not done all these things, and they are telling us to defend ourselves. How do we defend ourselves when the Fulani people are using our oil to buy foreign friends? Why can't we use the same oil and buy foreign friends? Let them come and help us and defend our land. What does it cost us? These are the things we expect from Ohaneze chieftain. Summon all these people because they have the men. Over the week, I have spoken extensively with the bim-massob leader. I have equally on 2 occasions spoken with Asari Dokubo. I have not been able to reach Benjamin Omuka. I don't have his number. These men, these people, these patriotic Biafrans are ready. And they will tell you, Fulani people are joking. They will tell you repeatedly that Fulani people are joking. That if they want to know the metal we are made of, let them strike and see if Nigeria will not end within 48 hours. It is not a boast. Tell us your mind. Vincent Ekere is there, Valentine Bugodi in Port Harcourt. Of course, Sonny Emmanuel Nwabisi joining from Owerri. Gentlemen, tell us your mind. What must we do? The hour calls for unsleeping vigilance, and we must never sleep with 2 eyes closed. Gentlemen, let us hear your views. Of course, we are waiting. Before then, let us play a little bit of Biafra war song to tell the enemies that we are indeed prepared. When the song plays, let every Biafran stand up because it is the time. Biafra win the war. Amabuka Sheli Mashi Devi Apply Bomber Fighter. Enyemugo wanting to be my boy belong. Enyemugo wanting to be. Enyemugo wanting to be my boy belong. Enyemugo wanting to be. Grace Precious, we welcome you. Chinedu Hezewaka, we welcome you. Emeka, we welcome you. Simon Alekpe, we welcome you. Deep Onyedika, we welcome you. NDPC Awoke, we welcome you. Prince Daniel, we welcome you. Sunday Eze, we equally welcome you. Biafra kunye buso Nigeria. Maka gini? Nina mari Chineke, kere ha. Commando, butere ya commando. Butere ya commando. Butere ya commando. Beri mano ruo Chineke ntị, ọ dị mmegbu Chukwu chibanye. Beri mano ruo Chineke ntị, ọ dị mmegbu Chukwu chibanye. Mara mma chibanye, ndị abụ ọnụ chibanye, ọ dị mmegbu Chukwu chibanye.
Most of the Biafra war songs aimed derogative invectives of the Nigerian government of oligarchy, who directed the killing of innocent Biafran women and children by imposing blockade on Biafra. All human contact with the outside.
Okay, we shall come back to that. When the music plays, our people feel like standing up, taking up their arms, and facing the Fulani. Now, Vincent Ekere is here in Germany. Vincent, you must have heard, I'm certain, the Fulani people, the herdsmen, the Mieti Allah have said that for the very fact that Southerners, in particular Biafrans, have refused to give them land to establish their cattle colony, that every Biafran, every Southerner in the north should vacate north before 30th. And that federal government should also, latest 30th of this month, implement the Rogas policy. Indian has replied, nothing wrong in that, provided all the Northerners in the east should also vacate. Now, he has instructed that Biafra should defend themselves, and we ask, how do we do it? Vincent, what is your submission here? It appears I lost him.
Hello, Vincent and this.
Okay, Valentine Ugod, are you there?
Yeah, this is Valentine Ubaji from
Okay,
Port
it appears
Harcourt.
I've lost Vincent. So, Valentine, you are welcome to this our program.
Moderator. I greet all Biafrans all over the world. Uh, Before we talk of the Mieti Allah or the Fulani headsmen, we have to talk about ourselves first and foremost. We need unity of trust. We need to come together as one. We need to work as a fold. We don't need to be scattered all over for us to win the war. When you look at the broom, if the broom stays on its own, you can break them. But when they come together, they cannot be broken. No force on earth can break such brooms. So when we are speaking from different angles, nobody is talking. But when we come together to talk as one, to speak as one, people will hear us and people will respect us. They say that when a man is working,
Please, I don't know, gentlemen, please, Valentine, hold on. Gentlemen, I tuned down the volume there. Check your background. Check your background. I repeat, check your background. If you are busy at work, depending on time frame, suspend the further communication with us. If you are playing music, whatever engagement or occupation with you right now, suspend. But if you should not, please maintain peace and let us hear our contributors. Gentlemen, please. Valentine, back to you.
okay, thank you very much, moderator. When someone thinks that he is leading and no one is following, the person is only taking a walk. So we need to come together and have a central leader. We need to have someone that stands spokesman. We need one person that will be giving command to all Biafrans all over the world. Now, when you look at Biafrans, you know that we have so many groups, we have different groups. But what we are talking about is not that you leave your group and join the other group. No. But unifying center, a unifying front, where all the leaders or their representatives can come together and unite and speak with one voice. And when they come together, you see us move the mountains. It doesn't matter how big or how high that mountain is. It doesn't matter how strong a tree is. When we come together, we'll be able to bring it down. We'll be able to fight any battle, no matter where it is, no matter how it is. The Fulanis gave us 30 days to make sure that Ruga is being implemented in the southeast and in the south. But after when we spoke, we found out that it was suspended, and they called some people that made to suspend the what Ruga or whatever they call it. Now, when they see that we are working as one, that is the number one tool that make them know that these people are serious. Because when we are not speaking with one voice, when we attack each other, when we fight ourselves, we cannot achieve anything. You find out that all that we will be in shambles. But when we stand out, both Ohanese, both all our royal leaders, all people, all groups, we come together. We call it unity. You find out that we can move that mountain. Even the North will be for. They cannot even stand up to speak or say something against us because they know that we are united. So what I am saying is this: let all of us come together as one. Then when we come together as one, we now speak with one voice. When we speak with one voice, we'll be able to win any war. When the Biafran war was fought, it doesn't matter if you are a German, you are an Igbo man, you are an Iso, no, nobody counted that. They all came out and fight together as one, and they won that battle. If not for the presence of mercenaries, those from Europe and so many other countries that came and helped Nigeria to do one or two things. But we found out that the war was not won. That was why war said that Victor not vanquished because they suffered great losses. So what I want to advise our people tonight is this: no matter what the Fulanis are saying, it doesn't matter. No matter what Miyati Allah is saying, it doesn't matter. We know that Nigeria will be broken from the north. They will start the problem that will break this country. They will start the problem that will disintegrate this country. When you are talking of breaking up of Nigeria, it will start from the north because they are the people that will break up Nigeria. So what I am telling our people tonight is to do what? To unite ourselves, to be vigilant, to work together. We can form vigilantes in our different communities, in our different states, and make sure we watch over our land. We don't allow any man take us unawares. Before they come to us, we do what we attack. That is the best way to defend. Don't allow them to come in and you be afraid, run into your houses. No. Make sure you are out, you are up and doing. Sleep with one eye open. Don't sleep with your two eyes closed. By so doing, they will know that we are really ready. And when they know that we are ready, they will not come in. But when we make empty noises, we say things we cannot do, when we proud of things we don't have. When they try it and you not retaliate, they find out that you have nothing. But when you don't talk much and you do more, you see that you achieve more. So we should work together as a team. When we work as a team, we will achieve more. Together, everyone achieves more. When we work as a team, we will achieve more. And we'll make sure we come together, all the groups. We speak with one voice. When we say yes, every other group will say yes. It's just like when Benjamin Awoka was released from prison. Many of us were welcoming him. We know that some people say he will go back. Some people were saying some negative words. But he is a freedom fighter. And we should encourage him. We should stand behind him and we should make him to be strong. To know that the battle he is fighting is not his own battle, but it is our battle. It is a battle that concerns all Biafrans. So everybody should be behind him. As he came out, we do what? We welcome him as a Biafran, as a hero. So please, I want all of us to do what? To come together as one and be with one voice. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Valentine from Port Harcourt. We have heard you. We are going to win this, call it war or battle. Remember, war lasts longer than battle. Whichever way we're going to win. It can never be 1967-70. No, there was a mistake there. But if not for the connivance of Britain, Russia, Egypt, and the entire Arab world, and the indifference of Israel and America and France, the story would have changed. But this time around, we are not taking chances. This is a promise. We must be ready. That is a message to every Biafran. We champion our leaders back home in Biafra, like the real leaders back home, to get ready. Of course, they are prepared. They have assured that nothing will take us unawares. We are in command of the situation. The Fulani people are rather making noise. They can't do anything. If they like, they should go to Guinea and vacate their entire population, come down to northern part of Ghana, drag out all the Fulanis there, come to Benin Republic, Togo, bring all of them, move them to Mali, Chad, Burkina Faso, Niger, bring them. When the time comes, we shall know who is who. Let me be honest with you. I don't want to say it all, but we are prepared for them. And they know it. If they knew we are not prepared, Buhari wouldn't have suspended the Roga. Let him try it and see. Of course, he has come with a different realm. It can never work. Once we have said no, we have said no. The only thing we want is let our people come together and speak with one voice and take instruction from a central command. The Niger Delta people are prepared. Ibibio, Efik, our people in Edo, Kogi, Benue, they are prepared. What of you? We are approaching the line of the barricade. Very soon, there will be consequences. And let me also inform you, as we talk, this is from a source, the entire North Central, Middle Belt, as a case may be, particularly Plateau, Benue, Nasarawa, Kogi, and part of Kwara, they have made it abundantly clear, inclusive the entire Southwest, South, and of course Southeast. There is a conclusion, watch my lips, that should the Nigerian, I will call it, what do you call it now? It's not even federal, because nothing federal about Nigeria. But if the Nigerian government fails, if Nigeria, hold on please, that if Nigerian government fails to restructure Nigeria back to 1963 constitution, back to 1963 regional constitution, nothing stops Nigeria from imploding early 2020. I repeat, if the Nigerian stubborn government does not put motions in place to restructure this urban country back to 1963 regional constitution, virtually Aburi Accord, where we maintain confederation. Nothing stops Nigeria from imploding by early 2020. And they know, they have said it, the stubbornness of the fly following the corpse to the grave will not allow the Fulani to accept restructuring because they know the economic and political consequences. They will say no. That will mark the beginning of this logos contraption called Nigeria. It's going to happen. That is why the men that matter do not talk much. They preserve everything in silence. But at the appropriate time, you will see men in action. Nigeria is age-old. Nigeria does not function. Nigeria is rickety. Nigeria does not want a nation. It is only a place where nobody but who knows no happiness is seen to smile. Call it tent of Icon. And Nigeria must sink. For us to be speaking with hard voice is to tell you that we are not prepared. All along, we have been trying to exchange the olive branch. The enemies thought it was a mark of cowardice. Right now, it is no longer so. We are now prepared. We are ready. Some time ago, when Ijele Ndibo went to Kaduna to quench that pernicious fire that was about to enrich the Igbo nation, there were, of course, people who did not understand him. Reason was simple, we are not ready, and we didn't want to be taken on our words. Today, we are ever ready, and he will tell you this, we are ready. Nobody is going to not again to say, do not come back home. Voluntarily, if you want to come back to Biafra land, you are free. If you don't want, stay put. We are going to provide extra security. Of course, Avengers, Bakassi boys are not sleeping. Members of the Biafra Liberation Council are not sleeping. Members of the Biafra Liberation Force are not sleeping. Of course, a segment of the IPOB not sleeping. DOS boys are not sleeping. SOG are not sleeping. Learning not sleeping. Not even Lower Niger Congress. Nobody is sleeping. Everybody is awake. And this time around, we are going to sing the Biafran war song. And when this song is intoned, everybody should know that we are on for something.
Hence, the Nigerian military junta added hunger to the already existing weapons of mass destruction in in their asthma. Neither food nor medicine were allowed into Biafra, hence malnutrition begot kwashiorkor, also known as Biafra la la, Biafra la la, Ọkigwe tọkwala Biafra, Enugu tọkwala Biafra, Ọnịcha tọkwala Biafra, enyi. Onye ụzọ ga-abụ onye ikpeazụ, nna Chukwu ekwena. Onye ụzọ ga-abụ onye ikpeazụ, nna Chukwu ekwena. Anyị na-aga n'ihu, ịdaghachi azụ.
Jude Chijoke, Bright, of course, from Wore, Sonny Emmanuel Wabisi, over to you. Jude Chijoke, are you there? Sonny Emmanuel Wabisi, are you there? If you have a contribution,
can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you very much, Elikina. Actually, my network hasn't been too friendly today, but I will be able to contribute my own little quota. So, let me just make it simple. First of all, I would like to say kudos to all Southerners, but most especially Biafrans all over the world, for their effort so far. At the same time, the effort that they made in the times of ensuring that our people, their cries actually heard, for all part of the world. Like if you go through the social media, I saw a lot of efforts that were made in ensuring that the world actually saw what we are going through in our own land, most especially in Biafran land. So, but so far, the suspending of the Ruga implementation shows that it is not actually the end. Shows that we really have to put more effort. So, and at the same time, I also commend our people, most especially Biafrans and Anambra State government, and a lot of people that have actually displayed, because for the first time, I'm seeing this Efi Igbo again. I'm seeing a lot of ranching in Biafra land. I'm seeing a lot of cattle running. In fact, I was actually impressed. This actually shows that people can actually go into this ranching business and at the same time prosper. I think this whole thing that is presently going on has actually shown that it's just like something that is staring our own people in the faces. So it shows that we can actually pick up anything, any pieces of anything that is left, and actually move forward. It's really impressive, if I may say. But coming to the main issue of the day, which is the threats, it doesn't come as a surprise, because during our last broadcast, we also told Biafrans that they should be prepared, that these people are definitely going to find a way to come back to retaliate or to show that they are in power. So definitely, when I heard that the 30 days ultimatum for our people for the federal government to implement the Ruga settlement, or so I laughed, and I didn't take it as too a surprise, because actually I expected such, but the main point remains: what are we going to do? I think that brings us back to the same questions that we have been always been very pressing on, which we have emphasized time without number on most of our strategies to ensure that we defend ourselves. So, from other people that have contributed on this particular issue, I think I always stand on the same line. The simple fact there is that the federal government has failed on their own side, to protect our own citizens, and these same citizens has no other option rather than to do what? To defend themselves. So I think the president of Ohanese has also joined the queue, because initially they always believe that there is something good that can come out, but eventually threats over threats, quit notice over quit notice. So I think this is what we have been saying all the way. The best thing is for us to do what now? To come together. And I thank God that this whole thing is actually bringing our people together.
So please, sorry, please, Judy, let me interrupt. Sonny, Emmanuel Wabisi, and H's now with us. Please check your backgrounds. Sonny and H's now, please help us check your background. Noise is coming from either of you. Sonny, I'm not asking you to say something because your service is very poor over there. I'm just giving advice. H's now check your background. Jude, over to you back.
Yeah, thank you very much. Okay. So, like I am saying, the federal government has completely proven that they have failed. And when I say failed, because what else? What is left? Nothing else. If a group of the youth can come together and give the same ultimatum, giving people 30 days to, so what else did they expect from us? To sit and watch? So everything goes back to the same plans, the same strategies, which we never wanted to actually air most of them. The form of defense, because we must definitely defend ourselves, and that is something that we can't overlook at this particular time. I think the advice has always been there. The others that have given advice, I think, like I said, I queue on the same advice. Our people have to remain wherever they are to ensure. And but the one thing that they should do is that they should communicate home, like contacting the leaders of our land, to ensure that we know where they are, and eventually, if there is any attack, let them stand there and defend themselves, and let them get prepared. That is how it is, because it is very quite clear now that that on the side of the federal government, that they cannot do anything to protect the life and the citizens of most especially Southerners and the Biafrans. So I think the die is cast. So there is nothing else to hide. Then back home, we should as well do more in terms of ensuring that we equip our youth and our vigilante groups, because they cannot go in with a machete with people that has AK-47. What else do we expect on this particular issue? So I think we have really touched this issue more than 3 to 4 times, but it shows that actually worth it, because everything that we have said in the past has never been diffused. The tension is still there. We should continue to write. We should continue to make videos. I've seen a lot of protests, including our women, including
Yeah, it appears the network is confusing over there. I don't know. So we welcome basically Moses Friday, Chidebere Echegbu. We welcome some of these people who are just joining us. Jude, I think network is getting poor over there. Sonny Emmanuel Webisi, can we try an angle of right before we call it a day?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay.
Yeah,
No, Sonny, we cannot hear you. Sonny, hold it on.
yeah.
Sonny, please. Sonny, please. Sonny, hold it. Sonny, hold it. Sonny, hold it. We can't hear a word of what you are saying. Leave it. Let us give Bright the chance. Bright, over to you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so let me summarize. I think from my own opinion, we should, Biafrans all over Nigeria, any part of the country, which believes that they are the inner areas of, um, the people that believe that they are the inner areas where the remote villages. I think what they should do is to ensure that they come to the area where our people are mostly, dominated areas and where side the most. So they don't, eventual, they don't fall into the hands of all these people that slaughters people easily. I think that is one of my own advice. Then on the other side of it, they should always communicate home and to ensure that they support the idea of Biafra, because from the whole thing, all this, everything is heading to Biafra. I think that is what the simple truth is. Everything is heading to Biafra, so we should as well send our messages to the home, so that we know that they are definitely in those places. Then the people that cannot relocate should as well stand, because the most important thing is that they stand on that particular area where they are dominated the most, where they believe that they have grounds to defend themselves in case anything happens. I think that should be my own advice. Thank you very much, Aiken.
Thank you so much, Jude. Let us go to Bright. Sonny, please, I have to crave your indulgence. We cannot hear a word of what you're saying. There is no service at the end. Bright, over to you. Of course, it appears we cannot hear Bright. Bright and Sonny are right now at worry. And as you all know, network is extremely poor at Owerri. That is the Nigerian style. And let us play a bit of Biafra music before we call it a day. Ainagadiru, Ainagadiru, Ilachi Azubo. Onagbalumo, Nagbalumo, Afufu niile tara n'ụwa n'agbalumo, ndị iro niile nwụrụ n'ụwa n'agbalumo, 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 Afufu niile tara n'ụwa n'agbalumo, Afufu niile tara n'ụwa n'agbalumo.
Hello, Mr. Ganda. Hello?
Hold on, please, wait a minute.
Okay, please. I need somebody to say something, please.
If I happen to die in a battlefield, never mind, we shall meet again. My mother, don't you worry. My father, don't you worry. If I happen to die in the... Okay, now it is over to you. Let us hear what you want to say. Echezona, are you with me, Echezona? Okay, I've lost him.
Ganda, I'm here.
Okay, now you want to say something? Let's hear you.
Yeah. Only to say this, I have to say this. It is so painful, and I have to point it out, because the worst enemy is inside the enemy. Are you hearing me?
Yeah, we're hearing you.
Please, we should be extra careful about these APC and Buhari supporters in Igbo land. They are worse. They are becoming worse than the terrorists. I'm not against anybody supporting anybody or supporting any party. But the way these people are going these days, they are even ready to hand the entire Igbo race to Hausa Fulani. 100% trading. The way they are going, these people, they never say anything against whatever APC or Buhari is doing. Whatever APC or Buhari is doing is 100% tribe to them. They accepted it 100%. Whatever they want to, the way these people are defending this Ruga of a king and all the killing and the evil that is going on in our land under APC and Buhari government, in fact, it's annoying. We should be careful of these people because they are part of the problem we are having in Igbo land. They are the part of what we are having in Biafra land. We should watch these people very closely and carefully and know if truly these people are Igbos or are they using Igbo names to destroy Igbos. The way these people are going, I'm not against them supporting Buhari or supporting the APC, but the way they are going, they go against every plan of Igbo fusion. They go against everything about Igbos. Once Buhari is involved, once APC is involved, I don't understand this set of people. The way they behave lower than the cow. They talk trash. Even now that their house is on fire, they keep on talking trash. Now they're attacking, what do they call it? Zini or something. What do they call it? This woman. That is what they concentrate on. And when their house is on fire, when terrorists are about to take over their land, I'm saying let's watch close to these people and know who they are and know what they are up to. Because I clearly understand that these people are lower than animals. Sorry to use that word. When their house is on fire, instead of them to talk of how to defend their land or how to say one or two things about what is happening in their land, they are busy supporting the evil. Telling us the reason we should accept Luka.
Yes, I think we should let Joe Igbope know this. We should also let Ojus Okano and Joe Igbope and who again, this message should be taken to them. We quite understand. We know. Yes, we know. That is very true. We thank you so much for this reminder. And of course, don't forget that they have their informants, they have their press people, they have their whatever. They monitor all these things and they get the information.
Yeah, but we don't give them money. I think we have to make a program for these people. We have to set a program for these people to discuss about them because it's getting out of hands. No matter how much the way these people hate Igbos, the way they hate the Igbos, they hate Igbo with passion to the extent that whatever they want to implement on Igbo, they'll support it. Wherever Igbo say yes, that's where they say no. Whenever Igbo say no, that's where they will say yes. How much are they collecting from the APC that will make them to say their conscience, say everything? They didn't ask Buhari to come and implement the airport or seaport in the whole state, in every state. They don't talk about building theater, national stadium in all states in Nigeria. But he's talking about bringing cows into their land and accepting it. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. These people should be careful. I said this thing before. We should first of all fight this secret enemy inside us and open ones because they are our problem. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Echezina. Of course, we had you, and their fans generally had you. Even their own informants, whatever, their press secretaries and what have you, media team, they hear you, and they always make sure that this information gets across to them. We are not talking to ourselves, we are talking to a nation, not just a nation, but we are talking to nations. They hear us. Fellow Biafrans, 2 hours, 21 minutes into this program, we have indeed done justice to it. Our message goes to Nyawodo. and to the defenders of our land. Our message goes to Chief Dr. Rafa Wazirike, to Asare Donkobo, to those of them on ground, fearlessly. We ask them to be on the alert. We ask Nyanwodo to find time to discuss with all these people and equally the diaspora Biafra. When we come together, we agree. And when we agree, the enemy will fear us. Thank you so much, everyone that has contributed to the success of this particular evening broadcast. Thank you 1,000 times. From the stations of the Voice of Biafra International and the Biafra Broadcasting Authority, Ikem Biagoni is my name. Thank you, Jude Chijoki. Thank you, Bright. Thank you, Sonny. We couldn't hear from you because of poor network services. Thank you, Uchendo Keke. Thank you, Valentine. Thank you, Ed Chesna. Thank you, Vincent. Thank you, Dr. Edenba. Thank you, Udok William. Thank you, every other member on the screen that has contributed in one way or the other. We are sincerely grateful to all of you. And we so much appreciate your patriotism in this our Biafra actualization dream. We are indeed thankful. And for the rest of the day, Biafra music plays our war song. Thank you. Biafra, no, 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 no. Biafra, no, 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 no.